Simple iterations method is used to solve algebraic nonlinear equations, especially if they don't have explicit analytical solutions. In this example, I chose a quadratic equation because it has a well-known formula. So what are the steps, or what is the algorithm of the simple iterations method? First, we should rearrange the given equation by creating a function in the form x equals to gx, which means we should have x in both sides of the equation. So in this way, we can get this form, which we can substitute the values in the right side. Next, we assume an initial guess value of x. Now, this value could be totally arbitrary because sometimes we have no idea about how large or small the real solution will be. However, in real applications in mathematics, science, and engineering, the initial guess can be estimated from experience related to the problem. That means if you have a previous knowledge about the nature of the problem, you can estimate a close value to the expected solution. Let's assume that x equals to 0. Now, we are going to substitute the value in the right side in order to get a new value for x new. In the next step, we check if x new is not almost equal to x, let x take the value of x new. Then substitute x in the last equation again and continue. So it will be like a cycle. Now, this cycle should continue until the solution or the root is obtained, when x new is almost equal to x, or the number of iterations is too large to continue. To implement this part, we see that there is a repetition, which means a loop, and that loop is based on a condition that if x new is not almost or approximately equal to x, we should continue. This simply means that we need a conditional loop. So let's type the beginning of the loop, while. How can we test that the value of x new is almost equal to x in computer programming? In numerical analysis and scientific calculations, there is a simple method. Instead of comparing x new to x directly, we test their difference. So we say x minus x new, and compare this difference to a small positive value known as the degree of accuracy, or in some references it's called the tolerance. So let's say x minus x new is larger than 0.001. And since we don't know which one is larger during the calculations, x or x new, we need to take the absolute value of the difference. So here we add the absolute function, so it always returns a positive value. So in this way, the statement while absolute value of x minus x new is larger than 0.001 means repeat the operations in the loop block as long as the difference between x and x new is larger than 0.001. The value of the tolerance is usually determined in scientific and engineering applications according to the accuracy needed for the solution dependent on different criteria, such as units and the order of magnitudes. Now let's fill the body of the while loop block. According to the algorithm, if the condition is true, we should assign the value of x new to x. So we should write x equals to x new. Then we need to repeat the step 2. We have to copy and paste this equation. Copy, paste. So in this way, we will get x, and then we are going to substitute the value in the x new equation. So every time we will have these two new values inside the loop in order to be tested in the while statement. Also, in order to monitor the values of x and u, I can add a print statement here. So our loop now is ready to run and check the difference of each iteration. But what about the number of iterations? Because we see here in the algorithm it says continue until x is almost equal to x new, or the maximum number of iterations is reached. So that means we need to count the iterations. Since the while loop does not provide us with a counter, we need to add 1. So we add the two main components of the counter. The initiation with counter equals to 0 outside the loop, I call it counter, and the increment of the counter. So it will be counter plus equal to 1, because the counter always increases by 1 each step. And this will be just after the operation to be counted. Finally, we should add a condition to end the loop if the maximum number of iterations is reached. Let's assume that the loop is limited to 10 iterations. So we can say if counter equals to 10, break. Let's run the code. We obtained the solution after 7 iterations. So that means we reached the criteria of that absolute difference between x and u was equal to 0.001 or smaller than 0.001 at 7 iterations. From analytical solution, we know that the exact solution is minus 0.5, and we need to increase the accuracy. So we can make the tolerance smaller value and test the code. Now, we noticed here that although the degree of accuracy we required is up to 6 digits after the decimal points, the accuracy we obtained is only up to 4 digits. That means 10 iterations are not enough, and we need to increase the number of iterations. So let's make them 20, and let's run the code. Now let's check the value of the counter. 17. So as you see here, we increased the accuracy and we got the solution according to the new accuracy at 17 iterations. In order to get the final results directly, instead of printing all these values, we can add a print statement outside the loop. So this is the result, and I think it is acceptable because it's very, very close to the analytical solution minus 0.5. To get the second root, actually we make a second rearrangement. We have to take into consideration that the initial value which we are going to choose for this rearrangement must not give us a negative value under the root.